You like that.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull-Up Show. My name is BJ Matthews, a.k.a. B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. All of our YouTube videos, hit that notification bell, buy, subscribe button as well. If you'd like to donate to the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast, you can do so right there in the Cash App. Right there, it says in the ticker, $ BJ Matthews. Again, $ BJ Matthews. Or you can go to our chat right now on the bottom right-hand corner. You'll be able to see where it says a little text symbol. You can donate that way. Appreciate all the love and support that y'all give us on a daily, on a weekly, all that, man. Salute to my man, Bubba. So glad I can join today. Salute, BJ. Salute to you, my man. Salute to my man, The Realist. What's good with y'all, man? Hit that like button when y'all into the room, man. We got a very long-winded show to talk about, man. Got about an hour and a half to do so. I'm going to bring people in for about 30, 45 minutes to kind of get what they got to get off. But we got to talk, LA Clipper Weekly Talk, you know what I'm saying, for the new people that comes in. This is a weekly show for all LA Clippers supporters, fans, everybody who support the Clippers, even if you're an NBA fan. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the Clippers every Saturday, you know what I'm saying, to give back and give y'all updates of what's going on, right? Trini, man, what's good with you, man? Salute, salute, salute. Hit that like button. But there's so much to discuss with the Clippers right now, right? Let's start off with a few things, man. I did this to keep a very, very logical, even analysis when it comes to a team, right? I want y'all to understand. Y'all see those jerseys behind me, right? Y'all see those jerseys behind me? Those are all mine that I played for different pro teams, right? High school, college, NBA, or overseas, semi-pro, man. Basketball has been my life for more than 20 years, right? So I love this game to the point where I get offended when I see people talk about something that's not logical, right? I get offended when somebody puts news out there that's fake or puts news out there that's not real just to get some clicks, just to, you know what I'm saying, get some views, get some subscribers. I get very offended. I'd rather have a fan base or have, a support group that's actually real and gives like logical information than a fan base just want to give out clout and, BS and all that stuff, man. I get very, very offended by that. I just want to put that out there. I'm going to bring that point out right now. You guys will know why I said that a little bit later, but nonetheless, get back to the show. The Clippers, when we talk about what happened this week, the Clippers have went 2-2 since our last show, which was last Saturday. They played 4 games. Of course, we had, Kawhi Leonard come back for the game against the Pistons. Was on last Thursday, 191-96. Then they played on last Saturday night against the San Antonio Spurs, blew them out 97-119. Then you go against the Jazz. They went 114-121 against the Utah Jazz, which is a playoff team, but she's playing, was on a roll. And then you look at the Clippers against the Warriors. They lost the last 2 games, and they lost to the Nuggets last night. So they went 2-2 for this week, right? Games after back-to-back games, over and over. That's what we've been dealing with. A lot of teams ain't been having a lot of practice time either, which is kind of, not a very good thing because you still need time to gel and you get that chemistry. So I think, the schedule being impacted like how it is kind of like, a gift and a curse. Because, yes, we get to see more games in a quicker span of time, but these teams are not getting a lot of camaraderie, chemistry to build. They got to, kind of build on the fly. But I want to talk about the Clippers, man, just basically, not just the record, man, I want to talk about the state of mind. I look at the Clippers, and watching the game last night really kind of, I looked at it like, you know what? This is the first time I could say like I was kind of disgusted. And I wasn't disgusted based off of my team talking about like I'm, against the team, like, the guys on the squad. I'm not against that. It's not that. It's the fact that it seems to me that we're going through a ship where no other team is going through. Watching that Denver Nuggets game last night, I didn't even finish watching the game. I watched it till about the start of the third quarter. I just turned it off. I didn't worry about the score. I didn't worry about the stats. I didn't worry about none of that. I just said, you know what? This is something I'm going to discuss today because no other team is going through what the Clippers are going through. And I'm talking about missing their two best players. I'm talking about them missing their two best players. You might have a team that's missing one of their stars. You might have a team that, may be down, a few role players. You may have a team that, have a couple people banged up, but they're still playing. But no one's missing their two best players, and no one was doing this last season. I watched the Clipper team last year that was able to overcome things that no other team did, which is be able to win a number of games at 40 games and had a chance to make it to the playoffs had it not been for that stupid play-in to try to give people the opportunity instead of just going after the regular 8-team format, right? I saw a Clipper team that fought and clawed behind many big-time leads off of the bad coaching of Ty Lue. You want to go back to look at some of the comebacks they had? Look no further. The Denver Nuggets, they came back from 24 points. The Philadelphia 76ers, 26 points. The Washington Wizards, they came back from 39 points. You know what I'm saying? I saw this team fight and claw and pull out wins they had no business pulling out. I saw a team that been fighting and clawing and didn't have no real opportunity or chance to even, to be in a good spot, but they always found a way to, win. They always found a way to be competitive. And that's why to me, I kind of took a liking to this team because, you can't do nothing but respect that not just as a basketball player, but as a basketball fan. You know what I'm saying? Character, hard drive, togetherness, all that stuff was built off of last season. Right. And it was kind of the belief that they would have their two stars ready to go this season. Well, as y'all know, that's not all been the case. That's kind of been like an up and down roller coaster. And I'm not going to rag on Kawhi and PG for this, man, because you can't control when you get hurt. You can't control how you get hurt. You can't control where you get hurt. It just happens. Injuries happen. Right. I hit that like button. Salute to my man, or salute to Miss Davis. Thank you for that. I feel for Clippers, I'm getting fresher with Embiid, all that talent in the world, but always injured. Appreciate you, Dominique. Appreciate that comment. But I think there's a foot pandemic going on in Philly because all the players are having some sort of foot injuries. And yeah, I hit that like button. But listen, back to what I was saying. We're going through kind of similar situations that we did last year with our two best players not being available. Right? No other team is going through that. No other team in the NBA is dealing with two of their best players not playing. And even then, with that being said, the Clippers are still in the playoff picture. They were in the playoff picture last season. This team has everything they need except their two best guys. That's all they're missing is their two best players. And that's a frustrating feeling. That's why I felt last night. I'm watching them play the Nuggets. I've watched them play, the Suns. I've watched them play the Warriors. I'm like, bro, we can beat these teams, man. We're better than these teams full strength. But it gets tiring to keep saying that full strength. It gets tiring. It gets draining. It gets, like to a point where it's like, man, like when is it going to be like everybody's on the court? Because we've seen it. When we played against the Pistons the other night, I know it's the Pistons. We had Kawhi out there. Just him changed the whole dynamic of our team. PG, what he did last year for the team, carrying him the way he did. But we want to have our full team. We want to have the opportunity to see everybody together for a consistent period of time. But it seems like to me, it's just like something keeps happening, reoccurring. Now, of course, with the injuries, Kawhi, you can't control. You sprained your foot. PG has, what they say, a left hamstring, which I'm kind of confused because when he was ruled out last week after the Mavericks game, it was a left hand contusion. Then it went from that to a groin, and then it went to a hamstring. So I don't know. They've changed the injury 2-3 different times. And then you got Luke Kennard's off with that left. What does he have? I think he has a calf strain as well. But I'm just looking at a team that just can't catch a break. There's no other team you can compare to the Clippers. Now, let me just say this. Let me pull up something real quick. It seems like to me the people who are pulling the strings are the medical staff, right? And I'm like this, and I've already said it. I'm not gonna keep trying to um, find out, what they're doing, and keep, what I'm saying, worrying myself to death, man. At the end of the day, they're gonna do what they want to do. But I'm saying something like that. They have a very, very lot of power in that organization. So I took it upon myself to look up who are these people that have this power in the Clippers organization. So I went to the, NBA.com staff directly for the Clippers, and I just started looking around, seeing like what department is what. So you guys see performance health and wellness. This is the Clippers chairman, performance health and wellness person, Dr. John Meyer. Could he be pulling the strings? Right? These are the other people inside that department as well. You got Jason Powell, you got Tommy Murdoch, you got Randy Shelton, Daniel Shapiro, the head and strength conditioning coach. People keep saying the Clippers keep getting hurt over and over, so they should look at the strength and conditioning coach. Well, that's your coach right there. You got the assistant, Wes Long, right? All these people right here are part of the Clippers medical staff and part of the, the strength and conditioning team. So my question, if I had a chance to talk to them face to face, I'm like, what is the plan? Are we talking about just sitting Kawhi out every knick-knack, every injury? Are we talking about sitting Paul George out every knick-knack, every injury? Because notice, it's not just Kawhi, and this is another thing. People just want to say that it's Kawhi being held out, but it's not just him. It's there are multiple pieces on their team. PG, Luke Kennard. These guys are also being held out for extended periods of time, but nobody wants to talk about that. Just want to focus on Kawhi always being hurt. And I also want to get to a point, and I know I put this out early in the show. I said I don't like people that, just make up stuff. But I just find it very weird that when it comes to the Clippers, it's like no one can get injured. No one can have an injury. No one, is allowed to, have a sprained ankle. No one's allowed to have like a strained hamstring. Nobody's allowed to do any of that without, somebody saying, well, the Clippers need to be trading there's two best players. I've been hearing a lot of that lately. They need to get off Kawhi Leonard and they need to get off Paul George, like it's over. So I want to bring up a person who, and I can't believe that I'm even doing this, but I just got so irritated with this dude, man. It's just like at this point, it's just getting to a point where you're just trolling now. You went from saying that this guy PG is the guy on the team to you're going to say that PG needs to be traded. So I'm gonna play a little bit of a snippet, about a 1 minute, 1 minute and a half snippet of a person I'm pretty sure y'all know very well, who constantly gets on social media on YouTube talking about players need to be traded off the Clippers, players need to be moved, Steve Ballmer wasting his time, all this stuff, man. So I'm gonna let y'all hear what he had to say about Paul George, the same guy who he was vouching for just about a couple weeks ago, saying that PG has been a leader of the Clippers while Kawhi Leonard's been out. So I want y'all to hear what he has to say. 1 second.
After struggling early in the season, to be able to get his team back on track, fight for it, and get back in the mix like he's doing now, it's a lot of respect got to go out to the LA Clippers, Paul George, for picking his game up, leading that team, and getting that team back on track, man. I think PG has been major for the Los Angeles Clippers, man. And I think he's the leader of that team. I think he's a true leader of that team that's for the most that he can be. He's the most leader that he's to be there. You know what I'm saying? I just think that, we forget how Paul George took teams to the Eastern Conference Finals. This man was one game away from the NBA Finals. The only team he lost to was a LeBron James super team. And PG definitely has those capabilities. He's a superstar. Paul George is a superstar in the NBA, bro. Do what he does and he's able to do. Only superstars should do that, bro. And at some point in time, we're gonna have to give him what he's earned.
So y'all tell me in the comment who was talking. Y'all pretty much know who that is. Bingo, Miss Davis. Ticket so up and down. Even click on his video. I remember he said this. So you heard that. Ticket TV, one of the most, prevalent people in the basketball YouTube, family right now. Played pro basketball, as did I. Big in the, YouTube business, right? He said this about Paul George literally 2 weeks ago. That he should be praised. He should be the guy on the team. And he's a superstar, all this stuff 2 weeks ago. And you would think he would lay off of the criticism of the Clippers and Kawhi and Paul George, but he can't help himself. Each video, you see his videos every other day talking about the team is not, is not going to win. They need to get off Kawhi and PG now. It's just like, it's comedy. And you can't trust a person of that ilk because first of all, he's not even a Clipper fan. He's a Laker fan. So him trying to give the Clippers advice is comical at this point. But you just see the angle that he does. And this is the narrative that people put out there that's dangerous. That's been about the Clippers team, that they always have Kawhi being hurt. PG's always, he's pandemic P, all this stuff. And that's how a dangerous narrative gets put out there. That's why I said what I said. I don't respect people who just put stuff out there just, get some clicks. But I'm going to go ahead and put out another video right now where Ticket changed his whole tune. Just like not even 24 hours ago after the Clippers lost the other day to the Warriors, talking about they need to get off PG. So I'm gonna let y'all hear what Tick had to say about this. Change his whole entire tune. All right, 1 second.
But now they're saying that Kawhi Leonard is out indefinitely with Paul George. And so the Clippers taking more L's as they lost to the Warriors the other night in a game where they were shorthanded, didn't have Kawhi, didn't have Paul George. And they built this whole team around Kawhi and Paul George's ability to lift this team to win a championship. If I'm the owner of this team, I'm not only thoroughly disappointed, but it's time for me to move off of these guys. And I'm going to tell y'all something, man. This ain't a personal beef with Kawhi Leonard, but, bro, this is reality, bro. Bro, you're not bringing anything to the table on a consistent basis. How can you be a leader and somebody listen to you, want to respect you when you're never on the court? You ain't out there in the battlefield, bro. You don't spend more games on the sidelines since you became a Clipper than you played. And yes, Kawhi Leonard has won 2 championships. He has 2 finals MVPs. But, bro, since he's played with the Los Angeles Clippers, man, the man has missed more games than he's played. And this is taking a toll on the coach, on the roster, because whenever he plays and doesn't play, everybody got to change their roles. Not everybody's great at that. Coaches got to change their game plans, how they're going to incorporate, how they're going to use their minutes. Bro, it is a complete headache, man. It is a bad situation. I've been saying this. And now you got Paul George hurt again. So now you got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard out indefinitely. To me, it's time for the Clippers to move on from it.
So you see what he just did 2 weeks ago. PG is the guy on the Clippers. PG is the leader of this team. PG's led multiple teams to the playoffs. He took LeBron 7 games in Indiana. PG is that guy. I've loved PG since the beginning. I've always had respect for PG. All this stuff he was saying 2 weeks ago. PG has an injury, which is not season ending. Oh, we got to trade PG. We got to trade Kawhi. We got to trade everybody. We need to start over. Steve Ballmer, he's wasted too much time. Now, I just wish people just understand what he does. And I'm not just talking about Ticket. It's other people in this business, for whatever reason, just like to spread rumors and lies about the Clippers. Now, he says some truth in his soliloquy that Kawhi has been hurt as well. But I've watched Ticket, through the last few, almost going on a year. Because I remember his whole thing against the Clippers is that he lost money to Elder in a bet in the bubble. And he bled on the Clippers, and they ended up losing in the bubble. And since then, he's always had this strife against the Clippers. He admitted that many times. And that was over 3 seasons. That's about 3 seasons ago. He still won't let that go. And that's his whole thing about the Clippers. Yeah, and that's another thing. He lies. And this is what I'm saying, bro. This is why you can't trust Ticket. Because he's entertaining, don't get it twisted. He has, some entertainment on his, live shows. He does have subscribers, he does have followers, he has put in work and all that stuff. But when it comes to the Clippers, he's flat out capped. And it's because of the hurt that the Clippers put him through in that bubble in 2020. He lost a lot of money in that bet. So it is personal. He says flippers every other stream. He talks about Kawhi being, injury prone. You make up stuff saying they were ruled out indefinitely, which my man Treaty Man just said that Ty Lue did not say that. As y'all can see right here in the picture, what he said is that I don't know when they'll be back. That's not saying you're ruled out indefinitely. That's saying I don't know. Which goes back to the medical staff, that they have a lot of power in that organization. That Ty Lue, to me, I think where he's at right now is that he's looking at it like, yo, I'd rather just let them handle it when they bring and clear Kawhi and PG to play, then I will announce it. That's why I think Ty Lue's at right now, because I'm going to be very honest. I think Ty Lue is at the point that he's looking at like, yo, I'm not going to get my hopes up anymore. Like, I know what we have if we have Kawhi and PG on the court, but, them asking me every other day about this, man, is getting to the point where it's draining him. And the players as well, they're playing their heart out. This is why I said I couldn't watch last night, because I know the Clippers are just missing their 2 best players, and that's it. I'm tired of seeing them lose to teams that we should be beating the hell out of. And it's only because we don't have our full strength roster. And we're the only team going through this, where we're missing both of our guys. And it's the same thing as last year. The clickbait business is rampant, bro. And I don't have a problem with the humor that Ticket does, but it's just like, bro, at the end, you make 4 or 5 videos a week on Kawhi and PG, and you don't make any videos that's positive about Kawhi. You didn't make any videos last week that they went 3-0 with him and how he changed the team single-handedly on the defensive end. We played the Utah Jazz, I think, a couple weeks ago when PG was there and Kawhi wasn't. We lost. Kawhi plays against the Utah Jazz and PG's out. You saw the impact that Kawhi had. But you don't want to point that out. You don't want to say anything positive about the dude. You just want to keep getting on here. You say, you need to get rid of PG, get rid of Kawhi. Just you a Laker fan, dude. I can't trust you no way. I can't trust you. This is why the media is contaminated with so much bad information, man, and stuff that's just not relevant. Excuse me. It's just gotten to the point with him and just other people that's against the Clippers that it's just becoming toxic now. But he's the same person that wants to call the media out for not keeping the same energy, which I know is that he don't keep the same energy for certain guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and let the link if y'all can come in. I'm gonna let y'all hear what y'all gotta say. I will say this though. I'm not trading Kawhi and PG. That's stupid. Anybody who thinks that is an idiot. And that my thing is, whoever says that, I want to hear your brilliant idea of how that will even work. How would that even work, that we can trade our 2 best players for who, for what, when, how much? How would that even work? Is that even a logical idea? So anybody who believes any of that, just come here and give me a bright idea about how it even works. So BJ Ticket does that because he knows show and move like me. I mean, yeah, but it's just like, they're not coming over there, man. Excuse me. You might be right, the realist, but they're not coming over there. They're not even, from what I understand, they don't even come to Ticket's channel no more. So I don't know what him doing that even does for him. Like, that doesn't do nothing. But it gets to the point where it's just like, bro, shut up. At this point, it's annoying. Like, you're not even making logical sense. You're just saying stuff just to say it. And Ticket's a former, hooper, so he should know You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things you just don't say. I don't care. You know, you got almost 100,000 subscribers. You don't have to say that just to, you know, get clicks. You already got a big following, a big fan base. You don't need to do all that. Want somebody, you know, he wants somebody to just call out Kawhi so bad and call out, you know, say, you know, keep the same energy. Bro, I can't control if he gets hurt. And when he was playing the last few games, you saw the impact he had, bro, and he hasn't even been back for a full month. So I'm not finna trade that, man. All it needs to take is gonna get him to play and get more reps in, and the medical team to, you know, work with him to, you know, get the trust back. Because this is a championship year bust. This is a championship year or bust. If you think they're gonna hold Kawhi Leonard out for the playoffs, you know, for consecutive games, you're out your mind. Because everybody knows this is a championship season. This is a championship year for the Clippers. They have to get it done this year, or else it's a fail. And I look at it like we've left about 2 championships on the table already. We left one in 2021, and we possibly left one last year if everybody wasn't, you know, hurt. So this is a year that you have to get it done. You have to put everything in it. And their plan is obviously not to leave anything to chance. But my only thing is, I would say to the medical staff, to the Clippers, is like, still, you need to make sure these guys are getting their reps in. What is a sprained ankle? Like what, 2-3 weeks maybe to heal? I would say you need to get them back on the court sometime next week or towards the end of next week. Right? Clippers curse again. Nah, the curse ended when they got to the conference finals. Go Bear 2002. But I see what you mean. You know, they're here to win a championship. That's what it is. I don't believe in curses anyway, so that's that. But the curse is already done. It's just that you got 2 guys who are picking up too many injuries. But now people ain't allowed to get sprained ankles now. Like you step on somebody's foot, you probably gonna be out for some time. So here's a link for anybody want to come here and cook. You got about 40 minutes. What time is it? I got about 40 minutes. What do you think we need to finish in the seeding? Top 4, definitely. We need to finish in the top 4 somewhere. We can't afford to finish any below that. I want to have a home court advantage. I want to have definitely no play-in. We're not doing play-ins this year. But I want to finish somewhere in the top 4 to get, you know, home court. What's up, my brother?
Hey, man. How you doing?
Frustrated. You know, not just because of the loss. I just know, you know.
Frustrated because the car is not going anywhere. It seems like it's on neutral.
It seemed like it's a slow process, and it's just like
Yeah.
I'm seeing the teams that we're facing we should be destroying, and it's only because we're missing our 2 best guys.
I mean, the owner might change the team for next year because because I heard he was saying before the season, this is the year. We have to show something. So I think there could be changes. And I don't. And you said about medical staff. Okay, we'll see. I don't know who's hurt right now. It's 3 players hurt.
Yeah, it's Kawhi, PG, and Luke Kennard.
Yeah, I mean,
like
I'm frustrated too, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not gonna overreact and stuff because getting frustrated is not gonna help the Clippers win. So, it is what it is, man. We just have to be patient and wait. I mean, It's gonna be a long process.
Yeah.
Some people know how it is. They just want to troll or just to be entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm frustrated too. I'm very frustrated because I want Kawhi to do well, but I'm not a doctor. So if they say he's hurt, okay, we'll see. But he needs to go see somebody or something, or Clippers need to hire other medical professionals or do something, or change the water in the Clippers locker room or something.
Yeah. Because players get hurt, but
Yeah.
it's the recovery time. I'm looking at the recovery time. Ja Morant sprained his ankle, or he rolled his ankle. He's back the next couple days.
And when you mention about Ticket wants to win. He consider himself a winner. So if he sees that you're not gonna win, he's gonna back off you. When he saw that that Brooklyn team is not gonna win, now he's Giannis, because Giannis has a chance to win. You know,
Say that again.
when he wants to win, he wants to win. He doesn't want to support people who he thinks gonna lose.
You talking about Barmer?
No, I'm talking about Ticket.
Oh, yeah.
That's why he's not on KD now. He's on Giannis, because Giannis has the best team to win, potential to win in a couple years.
Yeah, I get that. I just don't like the flip flopping. It just seemed like he flip
He's
flopped.
gonna flip flop again. He's gonna flip flop on Giannis too.
He needs to say where he at, because it's getting to the point, bro. Like, your credibility is being. I know what Ticket is. He's an entertainer, but his credibility when it comes to hoops is just anyone can see that it's all an agenda. It's all about entertaining.
I mean, Ticket don't rile me anymore since the first time I've listened to him, like 2 years ago. I understand that he has clickbait videos. I mean, every 2 videos is like, it's over, and then I'm like, okay, it's over. Clay and Draymond fight in the locker room. It's over. Kawhi and PG. How many times Kawhi and PG have to be traded? Ty Lue is gonna be fired this year. This is it, last year.
Yeah.
I just don't click the videos. You know, I just don't click the videos because I already know it's if it's a video for 9 minutes, it's 9 minutes of rambling, of entertainment. And then after he's done with the video, he's like, yeah, I got them. I'm sure that's what he's saying.
I guess. Oh no. What's up, Dom?
Yo, what's up, BJ? What's up, Bruce? Yo, so basically, with Ticket, for those of you who don't know or maybe don't really follow the channel like that, he kind of had like he tries to keep it real. So regardless of the superstar, so I guess Kawhi and PG or whatever wasn't playing up to standard, so he called him out, and then a couple Clipper supporters got offended by that. A couple guys who got channels. I don't really care to name the channels. You know, we all know the guys who support the Clippers, but they got offended. So Ticket, being a powerful guy that he is, he doubled down on it, and that's pretty much what you see now. Him just trying to double down on calling out the Clippers. So you got to kind of take what he say about the Clippers. What some of it is real and some of it is true, and some of it you got to kind of take with a grain of salt because it's a lot of personal feelings in it.
That just tells me that Ticket's petty. All that tells me that he's petty. because
Yeah.
if and that's what a person you can't believe is and it just I know you can avoid it, but it's just like how are we supposed to take how is a person supposed to take you seriously or your credibility goes down when you letting personal feelings get to you when you have almost 100,000 subscribers. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do any of that. And this is another one, Too Raw. And I know it's with Too Raw. When I first watched him, a few months ago, I'm like, okay, this dude has some good basketball knowledge. He's actually one of the few I actually respect as far as his history knowledge. But then I started seeing like every video Ticket posts, and I don't know if they have some type of agreement or something, like it's a monetary agreement that every time Ticket posts a video, here comes Too Raw right behind them and gives the same. It's like 95% of Ticket's videos that opinions he has, it's the same thing. That's some weird stuff to me.
We just need. I don't take stuff like that personal. I mean, he's not on the team. He's not on the team. He's not gonna block the team. He's not gonna block Kawhi not to play. So it just. I was around people who say insane stuff. Has insane takes for years, and I just laugh at them and like shake my head, and that's it. Can't do nothing about it.
Yeah. What y'all think about this situation though? I know Bruce chimed in on it, but what you think about this, Dom? I know you're a Sixer fan, but what you think about the Clippers situation right now?
Man, I think at the end of the season, we all gonna be talking about how Kawhi went on another legendary playoff run, but then I think his all-time ranking is going to be hit by the fact that he's never able to play out a full regular season. So I think the Clippers are going to be good come playoff time, but I don't think, as far as the regular season, I think guys are going to be in and out the lineup. But I think come playoffs, that's when Kawhi is going to become Kawhi. Like I said, my prediction before the season was Clippers going to make it to the finals. They're going to lose to the 76ers in the finals. Y'all clown me for that, just like y'all clown me for saying Embiid wasn't better. Embiid was better than Giannis, but then we see what happens when Embiid plays against Giannis. But that's a story for another. That's a story for another day. We on the Clippers.
Here we go again.
That's just my thing with the Clippers. I think they're going to be all right come playoff time, but regular season up and down.
Yeah, okay.
Salute, East Oakland. What's good, brother? So do you think that's fair? Do you think it's fair though that Kawhi is able to miss so much time in the season and then just turn on in the playoffs? Because I think this is what I think is going to happen. This is the hate towards the Clippers is so deep. Let's say Kawhi does what you just said. He misses much of the season, but he turns into Michael Jordan Jr. in the playoffs. They get to the finals, they win it all, whatever. Do you think people will still condemn him like, oh, he still missed so many games, that's why he was able to play like that? He got time off. Do you think that's going to be some of the echoes that will be out there if he does that?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be echo, and it's going to be a fair criticism. But again, you're still going to have to uphold the fact that he is a legendary playoff performer. But his all-time ranking is going to be hit by the lack of regular season accolades or availability or whatever like that. I just think that's just going to be part of his legacy. Ultimate playoff performer, lackluster regular season performer.
Yeah,
man, his all-time ranking is not gonna get hit. That's you build your reputation on playoffs. Okay, that's why that's where you build. So if people were looking at regular season, people would not look at Kawhi so highly, because in Toronto he wasn't doing a lot of good. He wasn't playing a lot of games in Toronto, but in the playoff he dominated.
Yeah, but you basically proving my point. So that's going to be his legacy.
Because of that playoff, they have high expectation for Kawhi. People are upset with Kawhi because a lot of people, even if you think they hate Kawhi, they just want Kawhi to get some hardware in the regular season.
Yeah, but he's not going to get no hardware because his availability. So I think that's going to be part of his legacy. He's going to be one of the greatest playoff performers, but his legacy is going to take a hit because he was lackluster in the regular season, or he wasn't available. Not that he was lackluster, he just wasn't available.
His legacy is not going to get hit because everybody resting their players now.
Yeah, I get that, but when I say his legacy is going to get hit, I mean the accolades that you see some of the other all-time great players have. He's not going to have those accolades.
Yeah.
So
Like
if people were looking at legacy of people getting hurt all the time, why is Anthony Davis top 75? And a lot of other players did way more than Anthony Davis, like Dwight Howard.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know who make those lists. I don't agree with those lists, so I can't tell you that. But I'm just talking about accolades, period, as far as like MVPs and all NBA teams and stuff like that.
He has been all NBA. The last time he played fully, he was all NBA.
Yeah, but he should have a lot more all NBA teams.
I think both of y'all make good points. I think what Dominique is saying that the talent, the amount, the level that Kawhi is at as far as his game is top 10, top 15. If we're talking about just his game. But he's one of the weirdest people that you're going to have to evaluate when he retires. Because you're talking about a person who hasn't had many points as Andrew Wiggins, who really came into the league as a defensive ace, who won titles when he's probably the best playoff performer in the regular season. He just kind of like, just coasts or he doesn't play enough games to get that MVP. He should have at least one MVP. I get what Dominique's saying, but I also get what Bruce is saying is that you should look at just what he has already and say he's already a top 25, 30 player of all time. He has 2 championships, 2 defensive player of the years, 2 finals MVPs, the best two-way player in the game. The teams that he's put out in the playoffs has the winning percentage of all players in NBA history. Let's think about that. In all NBA history, Kawhi has the best winning percentage in the playoffs in NBA history. Because
he was playing with the Spurs.
I don't think it's just that, Bruce.
Come on, man.
Listen, all the teams that Kawhi's played on, they've all been great in the playoffs. He goes to the Spurs. Even without, I'm talking about when he's playing. When he was with the Spurs, when Tim Duncan left, and you had Ginobili and Parker who were older, he was the guy. He took him to the conference finals his first year after Tim Duncan retired. And had he not got hurt, he could have beat that Warriors team. I still believe that. So that's one team he carried, and people don't give enough credit for that. And then you talk about the 2018. Once he left the Spurs, that's when the Spurs dynasty ended. It wasn't when Tim Duncan left, it's when Kawhi Leonard left. So that just tells you his impact on the Spurs organization. You can't say that, because he was on the Spurs. No, that's not true. Every team he goes to is a success. He goes to the Raptors his first season, gets him a championship.
Veteran team. Come on.
No, but they were not winning nothing until he got there.
But they were winning in the playoff. They were not winning.
So it doesn't matter. None of that matters if they're a veteran team. They didn't win until he gets there. They ain't won nothing since he left. Okay. Haven't been even in the playoffs deep in the run till he says he left.
I love Kawhi too, but come on, man. Come on.
I'm spitting facts. Did I lose 17? Was he not the man on the 17 team? There was no other stars on that team but him.
No.
So you can't say, that's again, you got to give him credit for that. And the reason why the Clippers have not won is because he hasn't been available to play. So every team he goes to, he impacts them to another level. So he's already solidified.
That's true, but he has other great teammates with him on every team.
But what team has been an all-star? What's been his best player?
Best player he played with?
Within the last 5 seasons, who's been his best player?
5 seasons. So from 2017 to 22.
Yeah.
Best player he played with. Wow. Paul George, probably.
Okay. So is Paul George a top 75 player?
Man, that top 75 is full of holes, man. Come on.
But
A lot of
but
people should not be top
I'm
75.
saying if you're trying to say that it's because who he's played with, bro, you gotta look at the teams other top 10 players played with. Look at
You said Paul George is the best second
I said
shooting guard.
that, but I'm saying you can't say Paul George is the end all be all. Look at the other teams, other players. You gotta look at the other players who they played with. Look who LeBron's
The guy played with Ginobili, Hall of Famer. Tony Parker.
I said between 17 to now. I'm not talking about back then when Kawhi was a baby.
Marc Gasol is gonna go to the Hall of Fame. Kyle Lowry, very possible.
Marc Gasol, stop.
What? Marc Gasol is not going to the Hall of Fame?
In the International Hall of Fame.
No, he ain't.
Okay.
Marc Gasol wasn't a Hall of Famer in 2019. He wasn't the same guy as he was on the Memphis Grizzlies.
Okay.
Steph Curry's had better teammates than Kawhi.
Really? Tim Duncan, Ginobili, Tony Parker.
Old.
Old. Oh, come on, man. Stop it, man. Come on, man. The only best player, okay. Tim Duncan was still performing well.
But he was not prime Tim Duncan.
Yeah, he was old. Yeah.
He was old as hell.
Come on, man.
He left right after Kawhi got into his prime, bro. Stop.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead, Bubba.
What's good, BJ? Salute to everybody in the chat. I mean, with the Clippers, I do agree with you that John Wall should start, coming off the bench as he did yesterday and, giving them the spark off the bench. That's good signs. I didn't really think John Wall was going to have this start, but, I mean, I like to admit that I was wrong, and, yeah, he should start. I think Reggie would be perfect coming off the bench, and I feel like John Wall's game complements Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, but I have this concern because if Kawhi's in and out the lineups, you know what I'm saying, it kind of affects the team chemistry because if you want a deep playoff run, you got to have chemistry in order to go deep into the playoffs. And when your best player is not playing enough games, you know what I'm saying, that's where you get kind of concerned. But, I mean, it's still early in the season, so I'll just have to see maybe after this month when we get to December, we'd see how consistent Kawhi can be in the lineups and Paul George as well.
Right. Samuel Fisher. I guess these dudes can't see. No, bro. I'll put the comments on the screen so everybody can read them. If you, we all look at the comments. Let's look at Little Rock. Shout out to my man Little Rock. He said 17. Kawhi should have won MVP. Yeah, he should have, but they gave it to Russell because of the triple double.
2017.
Yeah, he should have won the MVP.
I thought James should have won that.
Yeah, you could say James too. Kawhi peaked better than other two.
In regards to Wiggins scoring more points than Kawhi went to a good team with a lot of good players. Of course, his role was not to score; it was to defend the best player of the other team. Right. So, and somebody, you need to blame Zaza for starting the Kawhi injuries series.
What you mean?
Because Kawhi was playing all games, at least 60-something games. But Zaza stick his foot or leg, and then Kawhi got hurt. So Wiggins was playing in a bad team. When you play in a bad team, you're going to score a lot. So if Wiggins went to the Spurs, I bet you he's not in the league anymore.
Yeah, some of it has to do with, just your system where you play at. But I guess what Dom is saying is that, and I agree with him, they're going to hold that he didn't play in the season enough against him. That's why I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to use the fact that Kawhi ain't played enough games in the season that he ain't a top. He ain't. His rank is going to go down.
So is Embiid going to be blamed too? Embiid has been missing a lot of games.
If Embiid continues on this trajectory, yeah, he's definitely going to be blamed.
How many seasons Embiid has did not play? Didn't he miss 2 seasons?
Yeah, that's why when you guys see like Giannis and Jokic is over Embiid, is like if you argue the availability point, you don't get no argument out of me because I agree with that. Like if you want to put them over Embiid because of the availability, then I agree. But sad
They talk about Kawhi, but they don't talk about Embiid.
because Embiid hasn't had the playoff success as Kawhi.
Okay.
Yeah. They said Kawhi just a few years ago was probably the best player in the league. So that's why he gets that amount of, criticism.
That's what I said. That's why I said that earlier.
So what y'all think about the Clippers big men? What do you guys think they need to make any moves right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Zubac is not a starter.
Yo, I'm gonna answer that question, but I want to ask a question as well too when y'all get done that. But I basically my question is this: as a Clippers fan, right? I've been watching like here and there, like some of the Western Conference teams. What team are y'all actually worried about? Because when I look at the Warriors, it's like, yeah, they're gonna be the Warriors, but the core is kind of old. They're going through a little issues with Draymond Green. Clay ain't the same defensively. It's like Curry is gonna be Curry, but they got weaknesses. Who else? The Jazz are no longer have superstars on their team, so I don't really, they got a ceiling. The Suns, I mean, Pelicans. That's who you.
That's the team I look at as a matchup problem for us.
Pelicans are not gonna win because they don't have a point guard. CJ is not a point guard.
Yeah, I agree.
I think because of the coaching.
Okay, so
go ahead.
The only team that can beat the Clippers is the medical staff's team.
What about the Nuggets? How y'all feel about the Nuggets?
I don't feel that.
Michael Porter Jr. is always hurt.
That's why I was so mad yesterday because I know we're better than them. I'm more concerned about Ty Lue. If he messes this up.
How can you blame Ty Lue? The team is never there.
Right.
No, I'm not talking about the team. I'm talking about his rotations.
He cannot have a rotation because the players are still in and out.
Yeah, they're guys in and out the lineup. Yeah.
Bro, okay, so were they in and out in 2021 playoffs where we were down 0-2 to the Dallas Mavericks, and he kept Zubac in for 2 straight games that we
didn't we win that series?
We won it, but it was off his bad coaching. And Kawhi went down in that same playoff series because he had to impact.
Why are you still holding that against him? We won that series.
We won the series and Kawhi got hurt.
No, you need to blame Joe Ingles.
No, I'm blaming somebody putting too much impact on our players. I've seen this on and on, bro. And that's another question we got to ask ourselves. Could it be that because of the strenuous workload he puts on certain players, why we keep getting our guys hurt? You can't look at that. You gotta look at that.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that because I remember, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, when he played Paul George in a back-to-back and had him play the whole second half. I was like, that's too much for your second best player, especially when Kawhi's not in the lineups. You can't play the second best player that many minutes. That's why we have the deep team. The deepness in the bench should be able to, take care of that.
Come on, man.
What'd you say?
Come on, man. You guys like Kobe, right?
Yeah.
Would Kobe play the whole second half?
In the back-to-back in this era?
Yes.
No.
Come on, man.
In this era?
Kobe's body broke down for a reason. His body broke down for a reason. We love Kobe. I love Kobe. That's my favorite player. But
he was working out too hard. He was working out in the offseason too hard.
He was working out too hard. He was overloaded in the games. Bro, your body is not meant to take that amount of pounding. It's not meant to do that. And when I saw what happened in 2021, I saw some bad coaching by Ty Lue. He makes good adjustments when he's down but he gets in situations where he doesn't need to be down at all. And he puts it on the players, and they have to, come back from large leads. When they
So
go ahead.
Okay. Who's the better coach for the Clippers now?
I'm not saying Ty Lue's not a good coach. I'm just saying everybody has faults. And we're saying that Ty Lue has faults what he does. Like, he gets down too early and he makes his guys have to fight back. How many big leads have we had to fight back in just last season and even this year? How many big leads have we had to fight back from?
I don't think coaches make decisions about players' playing time and stuff like they used to. I think it's medical staff who does that these days.
Well, that's a case-by-case sequence. So if you're talking about guys who are coming back from injuries like John Wall, even if you want to say minutes restriction, okay, you have to find out when to put your guys in the game. If you're seeing that you're starting off game slow, you need to start the game faster so you get more time for those guys to get rest towards the end of the game. So just because they have to only play 25, 26 minutes doesn't mean you still start the game off wrong. Start the game off faster so that way you can get a better cushion throughout the rest of the game. So it's not just the medical staff control the minutes. The coaches control minutes too. They're the coach. That's their job. They choose who to put in, who to put out, all that stuff. That's just what it is. Ty Lue doesn't use Covington. And that's another thing right here, Bruce. Why does he not play Robert Covington and Terrence Mann enough?
Covington was in the health and safety protocols. So during that time when he was in health safety protocols, all the players stepped up. So he has to earn his minutes back.
What's Terrence Mann's excuse? He's been playing consistent throughout the whole year.
Terrence Mann excuse? He's
What's
playing consistent? Are you sure?
I'm positive, man.
Okay.
Terrence Mann has been big for us since the 2021 playoffs, man. He should be solidified.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't understand that at all. So it's just you say that Ty Lue doesn't deserve blame or whatever, bro. He deserves some blame for some things. I'm just kind of concerned about how he takes it. Dom, you have something else you want to say?
Salute, BJ.
Salute, Herb. What's good?
No, I'm gonna let the new caller say something.
All right, what's up, Herb?
Hey, BJ, I agree with you. Ty Lue do deserve some blame because to me, he haven't put his foot down. Sometimes you just gotta play who's playing good. You just can't go off of what they did in the past and what type of players there was in the past. You guys are deep enough to the point where that if none of these guys showing up, I got some young bulls. I could put a Boston in there. I could put a Coffee in there. I could put those guys. I could even why Robert Covington not really getting any minutes. Put him in the game and nobody else doing shit. You got to empty out your clip, and he been doing a poor job of emptying out his clip and doing a poor job of how he's gonna do his rotations for subbing players in and out. Yes, your two stars need to be available for the most part, but at the same time, you still gotta know how to rotate your players and how to get the best out your players that you do have and how you spread out the minutes. If Norman Powell not doing shit, sit his ass down, put somebody else in there. John Wall, same thing. Reggie Jackson struggling. Hell, shit, I don't know why you still starting. You got to switch shit up sometimes, and he haven't put his foot down to let it be known and said the message to his team, like, you guys, we're very talented, we're very deep. Whoever playing the best gonna be on the court at all times. I don't care who you are. And he got to set the tone by letting it be known with that and put his foot down. And obviously he haven't done it yet because he's still trying to figure shit out. So with y'all, yes, Kawhi and PG need to be available. That's the main thing. That's gonna be the key to whether y'all go contend or not. But at the same time, with Ty Lue, with the guys that you do have, even when you have Kawhi and PG, how you gonna spread the minutes out with all your other guys? How you gonna keep guys, you know what I'm saying, always game ready? And that's what he has to do because it seems like sometimes the Clippers be lackadaisical out there. Sometimes they don't come out with their energy because
Right.
guys really don't know. They don't know whether they're gonna play big minutes or not. They don't know right now.
Right. No, that's a fact, man. It's all facts that you said, Herm. I give credit to Ty Lue for his fighting spirit and all that, man. But just like my man Turin Sports said, he's had BS rotation since Cleveland, man. It's just constructive. You know what I'm saying, Chris? I'm not saying he's not a great coach. I think we can win a championship with him. But I'm just like, bro, when I saw in 2021 with him starting Zubac and Patrick Beverly for 2 straight games and not switching it up, bro, it's like at this point, it's like, man, you should already know what your team is, your depth is. If you happen to keep coming back from big leads, that's telling you have the talent on the bench, but you're not utilizing it at the right time. So that's on him. But I will say this though, and I gotta give Kawhi and PG some flack. It's like, bro, the only thing is just frustrating is that they're not there. They're missing. So that right there is the problem. That's the big issue.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue.
That's the biggest issue, man. And it's
but at the same time, if you Ty Lue and you understand how it's been with those guys since you've been there, you already gotta have your mindset that I already have my team in tune. Like we gonna be without these guys. Hey, we gonna love them when they come back. We gonna love them when they play with us. Hey, we gonna be happy as hell. But we need to have the mindset that we can't rely on Kawhi and PG every game. We can't rely on those guys. So we need a different guy every game to set the tone and to lead us every game. And he got to sell that to his team. I need somebody different go carry the load every game. Somebody got to be the man. We got to work together. We got to play team ball. We can't rely on Kawhi and PG. We can't have our mindset thinking that they're going to play every game because they not. You got to let them know they not. Yeah, I know they not.
Right.
Yeah, they got to get that shit through their head. And Ty Lue, like I said, he got to put his damn foot down. Robert Covington should be getting more minutes. It's a damn shame that he hasn't really been playing a lot this season. I think he bullshitting with that. He does need to play more minutes, especially like you play the Golden State Warriors. That's a game that he needs to play.
He should have played. He should have played for sure. And I'm not. And this is another thing, man. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but he needs to give some of his Nicholas Batum his minutes.
Exactly.
That would fix that issue, in my opinion, because he's still overplaying Nicholas Batum too many minutes. He didn't have no points yesterday, no assists. He had 3 rebounds in 24 minutes. Rocco had 12 points, 2 assists, 6 rebounds in 20 minutes. So you played 4 less minutes and did more. So that's telling you should be transferring some of those minutes to Rocco at this point. Because he's a younger version of Nicholas Batum, if you ask me.
Exactly. More athletic, go do more defensively, will be able to move better. A better knockdown shooter at this point. I mean, he gotta play him.
Yeah.
He got no choice. And then really, I try to save Nicholas Batum anyway for the playoffs. We really need him for the playoffs. We don't you know what I'm saying? The Clippers don't really need him to play 25 to 30 minutes a game. He don't need to do that in the regular season.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. And we outshot the Nuggets. We outshot the Nuggets yesterday too. We shot better than from the field goal percentage and the 3-point. We didn't shoot better from the free throw, but they still beat us, by 10. So I'm trying to look at the stat sheet, like where we left. I guess I can just say they got up way more shots than us. They got up 89 shots. We got up 68.
Yeah, way more. They had a lot of second chances. They out hustled. They played with more energy.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys were knocking down shots, but they played with way more energy, showed a whole lot more effort. And sometimes that's all you need.
Clippers players lost the game because they missed 17 free throws and they lost by 10.
Yeah, they
They
lost.
missed 17 free throws.
Yeah, they went 55% from the free throw line.
Come on, man.
That's ridiculous. Come on, man. So,
quick question, Herm, who you think is the biggest obstacle to the Clippers? Come out west.
The Clippers are their biggest obstacle. It's the Clippers themselves. It's not necessarily the teams. It's them. So the Clippers don't get it on. If they don't make it, because they got it their own damn way.
So it ain't no team you think like, if we match up against them, we got to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? We can't make, we can't make no mistakes.
I mean, because really everybody inconsistent. So I don't see a team dominant in the West enough for me to say, hey, shit, they the class above everybody else. There's nobody that's really ahead of that. That's real deal, clear cut favorite out the West right now. Really, everybody middle of the pack. You ask me, you got to say Golden State still the favorite here because nobody ain't took off on them as slow as they started. They still right in the mix. So really, there's no clear cut team in the West that the Clippers got to worry about. The only thing the Clippers got to worry about is themselves getting in the way in their own way. And I think if they don't make it or don't win it, it's because they got it in their own way.
Yeah, I kind of was thinking the same thing. That's why I'm seeing a lot of Clippers fans kind of like panicking and stuff like that. But I'm trying to look at what teams is like really separate themselves, but I'm not seeing it. So that's why I feel like come playoff time, the Clippers is going to be all right, but they just going to have to endure like a up and down regular season.
But here's the catch now. If this type of shit still going on in February, yes, that's when fans need to kind of worry a little bit. That's when fans kind of got to be like, damn, if this going to be us for real, if this type of shit going on in February, that's when fans can start panicking. If I'm Clipper Nation, I wouldn't worry about a damn thing right now. I don't like what I'm seeing. If I'm a Clipper fan, of course, but at the same time, I wouldn't panic till at least to damn near February. Now they doing this same shit, and Kawhi PG still having the same issue. Now you got some question mark. Now you got to be like, you can't expect them motherfuckers to turn it up for 2 months and all of a sudden to be ready for the playoffs. You can't expect that. So if they don't get it together soon, it's gonna be an issue, and they might get their ass kicked early just because of that inconsistent shit.
Yeah, kind of like 2020, like the team just come out of nowhere and just punch us in the mouth, and we lost that series based off of our rotations and guys not coming to play, and we also lost because of coaching. So like I said, that's why I say we got to be on point on every aspect: coaching, playing, chemistry, all that stuff got to be. And that's why I kind of like what Kawhi said. And I don't think it was a slight at the team. He was just saying, like, we need to be on point about the whole thing because we got to, make sure we're ready for the postseason. It's just like my man said, man, I'm not panicking. I'm just frustrated, man. It's not even I'm worried. I'm just like, damn. It's a lot of patience, man.
But the blessing about it though, really nobody ran away in the West with it. Nobody ain't ran away with it now. If I'm the Clippers, you bullshitting like this, a team that I feel like that go play with that high energy that might kick y'all ass early. If y'all with this same inconsistent shit, you can't fuck around and play a Memphis team first, second round and thinking you been consistent all year. You think they won't whoop your ass. Memphis fuck around, whoop your ass, especially you give their confidence that game one because of your inconsistency the whole damn year. So Clippers gotta be mindful. That's a young team that kind of was like Denver. Denver was just playing. And they had that confidence after coming back 3-1, 2 straight series. I mean, shit, they was confident that a motherfucker would coming back from that 3-1 that first round against Utah. They were confident that a motherfucker. So
who Memphis got on the wing?
I think Memphis is worse than last year, but okay.
No, I actually think they okay. It just they finally, Jaren Jackson just came back. I think they gonna be all right. It just they gotta get healthy.
Who's the wings? Who's the wings on Memphis?
On the wings on Memphis, you still got Dillon Brooks, crazy ass. Desmond Bain, of course.
Yeah.
How tall is Desmond Bain?
Desmond Bain is 6'5".
They have no chance.
Okay.
against the Clippers.
You talk about they have shit. How they don't have no chance? Shit. How the
They have
Clippers
no
looking?
chance, man. They
How the
have no chance.
Clippers looking? They damn sure don't have no chance if they keep being
can't-
like this.
No, Memphis has no chance.
I can't see Desmond Bain checking Paul George or Kawhi Leonard in a playoff series.
But
Oh, hell no.
here's the thing though. Here's the thing with it though. You could I know we can slow down one of them, and we'll choose we'll let Kawhi do what he do. We go slow down. We go lock up Paul George.
You on Memphis, man? You on
The
Memphis?
Sixers-
Man?
The Sixers shot to do that in 2019.
But this what you gotta do though, especially if this inconsistent shit keep going on. You gonna have to, if you use your basketball man, you gotta dare Kawhi to be great, basically. If I'm a team, I'm a dare Kawhi. We gonna see if you still great, Kawhi. If you still great, show us. Cause hell, you ain't shown us all this season.
Is Ja Morant great?
You got to show us.
Is Ja Morant great?
I mean, he's a great young talent. He still got some things to work on, but he's up and coming for sure.
Yeah.
And shit, y'all ain't got nobody that can stop him.
What?
Who gonna stop him?
They put the Terminator on him. He's terminated. He's terminated now.
That Terminator ain't gonna do a goddamn thing.
No, they got Reggie Jackson. They got a couple guys that
Reggie
can
Jackson
slow.
cannot hold no damn John Morant.
He's not gonna stop him.
You ain't stopping Ja. What I want from Ja is to take tough shots.
Yeah,
As long as we get him to take tough shots, then I'm good. But if you ask me, shit, I got Kawhi on my team, bro. 100% or 95% Kawhi, bro. I'm cool. It's just I think this team is better than that Toronto team. So I think they'll have more help. They have more depth on that team to help Kawhi out, so he ain't got to take on that load.
But also, y'all gotta know this too. Like as a point guard, especially like a smaller point guard like Ja, it's hard to get off on teams with big wings, like the Raptors or like the Clippers, like teams who got wings like that. It's kind of hard for a guard to really
a nice hit right there. I
gotta respond to Trina, man. Hell, I'm not worried about no damn Reggie Jackson, how inconsistent his ass been all season. I'm not worried about no John Wall. Ty Lue not even using John Wall right, and I sure the hell ain't worried about no damn Norman Powell. I'm not worried about no fucking Norman Powell because he fuck around.
Calm down, man. What's wrong with you?
Around. No, I'm blaming Norman Powell for slowing down Terrence Mann growth. It's Norman Powell's fault that Terrence Mann ain't grew into the player that he should have been. It's Norman Powell's fault, and I think the Clippers fucked up with that. I think the Clippers fucked up with that. I went out of trade for Norman Powell.
Terrence Mann is stopping himself. It's not Norman Powell.
Nah,
but
BJ, be real, BJ. Before that trade, Terrence Mann was playing good ball that whole goddamn season until that trade happened. Around.
No.
But you got to understand something, though, huh?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Go ahead.
No, I don't think. I think T Man's gonna find a spot wherever. I just think, again, Ty Lue got to make sure he gets the minutes right to the right people. I think T Man, he's been a baller for us since the playoffs in 2021. So I ain't really worried about him. He high IQ player, athletic player. I think he'll be fine regardless. But go ahead, Mingle.
I was gonna say this. Well, it ain't Norman Powell fault because they traded for him or whatever. You can't solely blame that on him. I mean, it ain't like he just came to the team, on his own will. They traded for him, so I mean, he got to do what he got to do. You got guys on your team that need to develop, but at the same time, though, you also got to get yours too.
Now, but here's the crazy part, man. Clippers still my favorite to come out the West. I don't think nobody clear cut better than them. But I think if the Clippers get in their own damn way and they keep being this inconsistent ass niggas, if they see us in the first round, we will beat them. I'm telling you that now.
I disagree with that.
So you
disagree with that.
Shit.
I disagree with that.
Let y'all keep playing the same way y'all playing. You think you go beat
I don't think the Clippers can do anything, man. I don't think the Clippers can do anything. And the reason why I say that is one simple fact. How in the hell your best player come back, play 3 games all of 3 games and get hurt again.
I didn't know you was gonna go that far. I didn't know you was gonna go that far.
Yeah,
That nigga played 3 whole games and hurt again.
No, but nigga, I ain't panicking yet. Now you see this type of shit in February. That's when you could come with the tone that you come, but don't do it right now. Do it like around February.
But huh, you can't tell me that ain't the same though. You want to play 3 games and then get hurt again. That's crazy, bro.
Let's look at the 3 games he played when he was on the court. So they won all 3 games he played against the Pistons, the Spurs, and the Jazz. His impact alone changed the dynamic of that team. So when he's on the court, that's why I say it's all going to determine if he's playing. If I got Kawhi on my team, I'm not worried about shit. I'm not worried about nobody.
I agree with that. But that's the thing. But that's the thing, BJ. He got the damn play. When do he play? That's the problem.
Hey, you got me there, man. That's the medical staff.
That's the problem.
That's the medical staff, bro.
Ja Morant is not that good as you guys think, but okay.
Nah, Ja Morant can play, bro. I disagree with that.
Man,
Okay.
you out your damn mind. I was the hardest. I was the hardest on John Moran all off season because it's extracurricular activities on support.
Ja Morant is a better dancer.
That motherfucker improved his. He improved. He made improvements in his game. You just can't leave him wide open for 3 no more. You could last
in the playoff. I'll leave him wide open.
You can't do that. You can't do that no more though. You can't do that no more. He's a better. He can't shoot off the dribble at the 3 consistently yet. But he could be a set shooter from 3. You can't leave his ass wide open no more.
Yeah, now, set shooting, he's gotten better. He's gotten better at the set shot for sure.
Yeah, he got way better with that. His floater, he using that, which was a good sign to me because he can't keep going in 100 miles per hour. Think you could dunk on motherfuckers. Somebody go just put a forearm to your goddamn chest, and you can easily land wrong on that bullshit. So
who was guarding him? When he was playing the Timberwolves, Patrick Beverly.
Yeah, Pat. I mean, he was getting what he want though. He ain't shit. He was the reason.
He was getting all he want against the Timberwolves.
Really, the guy that played the best on him was Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards actually guarded him the best.
Okay.
No, it was Jared Vanderbilt.
I think they length guarded Ja. I think they length bothered Ja.
Like Jared Vanderbilt too though. Yeah. He was on a pretty damn good.
No, I disagree with that. I think what's the name guarded him the best. Gary Payton the second guarded him the best, in my opinion.
No, the Timberwolves.
But we talk about that Timberwolves series. It was really Vanderbilt and Elvis. He got what he wanted on Pat Bev, man.
Yeah.
I thought we were still talking about Ja Morant. That's why I said I like when Ja Morant didn't win against the Warriors.
Go to State. He actually was cool. It just in the day, Go to State. They showed their experience. It was experience over anything in that series. The experience went over anything. Now, Memphis.
Ja Morant also got hurt too, though, huh?
I'm gonna actually tell you the truth. That game 6, Memphis blew that game.
They did.
Yeah, they did.
Yep.
They had Golden State on the ropes. And think about it. Golden State prone. They'll get scared. Another team coming back for 3-1. You don't think that could have been something in game 7? If the Grizzlies, if Jeremy Jackson and Dylan Brooks didn't take all them dumb ass shots 4th quarter, Grizzlies probably would have won that damn series and went to game 7. Because it would have fucked up Golden State's psyche.
And this team can beat the Clippers.
But see, that's what I think though. I think that Ja Morant, that's when they need Ja Morant. Because I don't think, Ja Morant calm all that down. He controls all that because he runs the offense. That's when I think Ja Morant, he runs the offense, he facilitates, he get all those guys involved. He do his thing, but he also get Baines going. He get Jaren Jackson Jr. going. He
facilitated way better than what he had.
So do y'all think that Ja's better than PG?
Hell no.
That's kind of tough.
I don't think so either.
For a skill set, hell no. For a skill set, hell no.
Ja is better offensively on a consistent basis, but all around, PG is better. He
better
gives you
offensively.
So,
yeah, but I'm gonna say this though, BJ. Now, if you just going off of impact on the team, Ja Morant impact is way better on the team than Paul George. Before just a player, if I'm going player for player, Paul George was a better basketball player than John Morant.
If you would have led him, bro, he would have scored on that. If you would have led him. No,
Yeah,
but
so I think the reason I asked that question, I expect Kawhi to be there, but let's just say hypothetically, Paul George is going to that series against the Memphis Grizzlies. You feel comfortable the Grizzlies gonna beat the Clippers?
Clippers
y'all-
winning 4-1.
If
Clippers
y'all-
winning 4-1.
I'm not gonna lie, BJ. Like that's why I said the key words I said. If y'all keep this type of shit up, Grizzlies will actually beat y'all.
Yeah.
I like the
Clippers
confidence.
win.
I like the confidence of the Grizzlies, Herm. I just think that they still a little bit too young for that.
They're 2 pieces away. Actually,
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit more worried about the Pelicans because
oh hell yeah,
I think the Pelicans can give us a run, but I still think we will win. But that's the only team I'm really looking at. Like they match up well against us.
Yeah, I
because
feel bad.
because shit, the Clippers don't have an answer for damn Zion. They don't have an answer for that motherfucker.
Nobody don't have an answer for Zion. When I seen Zion go through Embiid like that, nobody don't got no answer for Zion.
That motherfucker a monster. That ain't got a. And then CJ McCullough. See, this is the scary thing about CJ. That once that motherfucker get on, that motherfucker don't miss. Once he get going, he going.
When he
It's
breaks, he
hard to
breaks
stop
too.
that motherfucker.
When he breaks, he gets going too. So.
Bruce
But-
don't like CJ.
Yeah, but here's the catch. Here's the catch with it. Will Brandon Ingram be able to take the challenge of whether it's Paul George or Kawhi Leonard? And will he be able to still get that scoring output dealing with those matchups? I think PG, he could deal with PG, but Kawhi, he gonna have to. To me, if I'm Brandon Ingram, yes, you got Herb Jones over there, but BI, if he want to be the man, he got to take that challenge to me.
Who on the Pelicans gonna deal with John Wall speed?
Shit, John Wall gonna stop himself. Well, Ty Lue really gonna stop John Wall.
I told you, Bruce needs to go ahead and start John, man. Stop playing around.
So
John
I
Wall
mean, if
couldn't
he's
play
not
when-
starting, if he's
Wait a
not
minute, did he
starting,
just
I'm
say-
not worried about no John Wall if he coming off the bench.
wait a minute, did he
worried
just
about
say
that
he
nigga.
gonna stop John Wall's speed? That what he just said?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Man, what kind of dude? John Wall got to get on the court first.
No, he's playing.
What is you
He's
talking
playing.
about?
He playing. He's just not starting.
He
ain't-
just-
He got to
needs
get
to
on the
start.
court first.
Yeah, he just needs to start.
He
And
gets
if
on the
he's not
court. I don't know
starting,
what you talking about. He gets on the court.
if he's not
No,
starting,
but for
I'm
the
not
most
worried
part,
about
Reggie
no
Jackson
Paul
take
George.
most of the minutes. Reggie Jackson played more. Reggie Jackson played like what, 34 minutes or so? And John Morant said, John Wall played what, about 20, 25 minutes, something like that?
Yeah. Still
Man,
doing
man.
more than them 20 minutes. And he still started Reggie. So
No
gotta
good.
fix our rotations, man. Gotta fix that.
Hey, BJ, I think that's the quickest fix they can make. If the two quick fixes he can make: start John Wall and Roku. Get more. You switch out Roku in platoon minutes. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, he definitely need to get Norman Powell out of there too.
Norman been hooping lately though.
Now,
Last-
Norman
I just
played good
I ain't
in
saying
that
get him. I'm saying like have him coming off the bench. He could be coming off the bench doing that.
Yeah, I
Now,
agree.
but
something like that.
what Ty Lue gonna do when Luke Kennard get back though?
Oh
So-
crap, that's a
That's
good question.
man. I think the thing about it, man. I just think we gotta. Each lineup is gonna be different each game based off the team we play.
Start actually, BJ.
I would start Luke Kennard against a team that can shoot.
Yeah,
Luke Kennard has no defense.
Right. So it's like it might be a game he plays 25, 30 minutes, might be a game he plays 15 minutes. You might have to use Terrence Mann more, use Amir Coffey more. That's fine. But you have enough depth to not have any matchup issues, matchup problems. You should not be getting blown out not one game this season. I could take a loss, but I can't take a blowout.
but here's the thing. Back to BJ point what he said. Well, he played a team against the Pelicans. That means he basically gonna be unplayable then.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I still think y'all need a big too. I think y'all need to add a big.
But
See, 'cause
if you play,
Hartenstein.
nah, but if
See,
you
in my
play
personal
Covington,
opinion, Hartenstein But what I'm saying is, see, Hartenstein did a lot for the Clippers. He did a lot down there. Like with Zubac, when he got in, when Zubac was down there, he did a lot. He covered up a lot. That's the reason why they struggled in that area. Hartenstein was perfect for the Clippers. I don't know how they let him go or what happened with that.
You got more money in New York. That's all it is. You know, you can't keep everybody, unfortunately. So it is what it is. I think we can get a better player than Hardenstein. I was actually looking at Jake Porter from the Spurs. I like him.
You talking about Jakob Poeltl?
From the Spurs, yeah.
You like Jakob Poeltl?
I like Jakob Poeltl. He's better than Hardenstein to me.
He's better than Zubac.
He's better than Zubac too.
I don't know about Hartenstein. Ain't bad though.
Yeah,
I kind of like Hartenstein. He ain't bad.
Yeah,
I don't know who we better than him, but he ain't bad.
All right, fellas. I got a few minutes left, man. Any last minutes thoughts about the topic at hand, man? What y'all got, man? Last few minutes.
Paul George and Kawhi Leonard got a damn play. That's all I got to say.
That's fair. Fair enough. Anybody else got some last minute comments, man?
Clippers cannot underachieve again. The West is wide open.
Right.
If the Clippers better not let the Warriors get on track.
I'm gonna be honest, Bruce. I think offensively, I think Klay Thompson's already on that route.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at the Warriors. It's like,
I hate to say that, but I thought it was just one game against the Rockets. But I'm thinking Klay Thompson's about to turn a page, man. I really do. I'm not saying they're gonna be defensively what they were, but I'm saying Klay Thompson's gonna turn a page, and if he turns that page, then that's another problem we have to deal with. It's another problem.
I would just say I wouldn't focus on the Warriors offense. We already know they're going to always be cool offense. It's the defense. You know what I'm saying? Klay Thompson is getting older. He can't defend on that high level like he used to. So, I mean, they always going to be there. You definitely got to worry about them, but I wouldn't get scared or nothing like that. But, I think the Clippers going to be there at the end. I think it's going to be up and down in the regular season. But like I said, I'm going to keep to my prediction. I got the Clippers and the Sixers in the finals.
Oh, here we go.
Did you just say the Sixers?
Joel Embiid second round.
My thing. Hold on. Why is that the reaction? What do you mean? Did you just say the Sixers?
Joel Embiid never been past the second round. How the fuck you expect him to make it to the finals?
So just because he never been to. Hold on, because he's never been past the second round, that means he's never going to get past the second round?
Not as the number one guy, he's not. Not as the number one guy. He got to stack the deck. He got to be the second guy.
What about his game? What about his game?
Whoever talking, listen at what I'm about to tell you. Whoever talking, listen at what I'm about to tell you. In order for them to get to the finals, as you just said, coming out the East, they got to beat Boston and they got to beat the Bucks. Do you see that happening?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
You think Giannis?
Yeah,
you think Giannis gonna be able to guard the matchup against Embiid?
Yeah, he could.
Okay.
Better yet, let me ask him this: is Embiid gonna be able to avoid a broken finger, a broken nose?
That's the only thing. That's the only thing.
To avoid that?
That's the only thing. That's the only thing you won't have to worry about.
Sixers are not even better. Sixers are not even better than the Cavs.
I'm gonna go this far though. I'm disappointed in Philly fans in the first place. Y'all ran Ben Simmons out of town, but y'all don't want to run a motherfucker that never get past the second round and beat out of Philly. I seen y'all booed Charles Barkley. I seen y'all motherfuckers booed Allen Iverson, but y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna sit up there and run his ass up out of Philly. He don't deserve. Hey, he's a modern day. Hey, guess what he is? A modern day fucking Patrick Ewing. He's a fucking loser like Patrick Ewing was, and that's all he ever goes.
Wow,
the greatest Patrick Ewing was. He was a fucking loser, and then Embiid is a fucking loser. That's how the fuck he gonna be.
That's a false narrative.
Tell us how you really feel.
They didn't run Simmons out of town. They wanted Simmons to come back. He sat out. He forced his way out. They
He
didn't
forced his
run him
way
out of
out,
town.
Right.
That's a false narrative.
Right.
But I will say this now. I don't think what's the name is Patrick Ewing. I don't think he's Patrick Ewing.
Yeah,
Patrick Ewing actually made it. Ewing actually made it to the finals. So I don't know.
He made it to 2 finals.
Yeah, 2. So I don't. Yeah,
Wait,
he's
how
not.
many years did it take him to get to the finals?
He made it in '99.
At least he went. At least he went.
It took him 10 years, right?
Shit,
99 and 90.
If it wasn't for Jordan, he probably would have made it more. If it wasn't for Jordan.
Yeah, but they acting like, and because Embiid hasn't made it past the second round yet, that means his career is over. He might as well just pack up and retire. Like, what are you saying?
Hey, guess what? He might as well. Guess what? He might as well. I'm gonna go that far. He might as well.
See, and look, and this is why Embiid didn't win the MVP too, because the same way how the fans think about Embiid, that's how a lot of the media members that vote for MVP think.
Because he ain't.
They don't like the dude. They don't like the dude.
Because he ain't that nigga. That's why.
Y'all also gotta understand this.
They know damn well.
He ain't that nigga.
They know damn
but y'all
well.
also gotta understand this. Not only do he be choking, y'all gotta understand this too. Not only do Embiid be choking, then he got the second biggest choke in the NBA, which is James Harden.
How did he choke? What are you talking about?
When he choke in the playoffs?
Against the Hawks, against the Atlanta Hawks.
Wait, he averaged 35 and 12.
He averaged 8 turnovers too.
He
So what
averaged
that
8
said?
turnovers. Stop it.
Yes, he did.
He didn't average 8 turnovers. Stop it, bro.
Yes, he did.
He got Harden. He got Harden, the second biggest choke in NBA history. Two chokers on the same team. That is not.
And he let Clint Capella outplay him in every fourth quarter. Clint Capella outplayed.
3 chokers in the same team. Doc Rivers.
I'm gonna say this. Remember when Giannis?
Right, Bruce. Right, Bruce. 3 chokers.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this. Remember before Drew Holiday got to the Bucks when he used to say Giannis would never win because he can't shoot and all that. People always do this. They don't analyze the game. They don't analyze the players. It's just narrative.
You can't use that excuse because goddamn Embiid had Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, and Tobias. They had the so-called fake ass Big Four, and Jimmy Butler left their ass because they knew they didn't have it in them. Man, look, at the end of the day, he had some ballers on the team, and he dropped the ball. When you had Jimmy Butler, him and Ben Simmons and Tobias there, they should have went to the NBA Finals that year. But guess what?
Man, they lost to Kawhi. They lost to Kawhi.
They lost to Kawhi in the second round. It don't fuck them out.
In the Toronto Raptors.
End of the day, Embiid came up small against the damn Raptors. Ibaka and Marcus Gasol outplayed him.
Hold on.
He let Marcus Gasol and Ibaka outplayed him.
Embiid was not in his prime. That's one. They lost to a veteran team. Hold on. They lost to a veteran team with a superstar in his prime.
Veteran team. The Toronto Raptors was known chokers. You go sit.
You talking about Danny Green, who won a championship? You talking about Kawhi?
He choked the year before.
Yeah. There's no context when it comes to Embiid. It's just
a lot of the Raptors players were past their prime. They
was old, man.
Past their prime.
Like who? Who was past their prime?
Marcus Gasol, Serge Ibaka, Danny Green.
Them dudes was past their primes, but they still was good in the role that they was there to play. Danny Green was still good.
They was good enough to punk your boy out. They was good enough to punk your boy out in Embiid. Marcus Gasol and Ibaka was. They were good enough to still beat his ass.
Embiid still crying in the locker room, man. Embiid still crying in the locker room.
Y'all dudes gonna be hurt. Y'all gonna be hurt when Embiid win the championship. Y'all gonna hold on to that. Y'all gonna be hurt.
When he gonna win the motherfucker? When he gonna win?
I gotta win this year.
On NBA 2K.
You want to make a bet on that?
I don't bet it.
I disagree with Tony in Sports though. When he said Joel Embiid is another LeBron, where he just pad his stats and lose. We care about winning and not the second round. But see, LeBron got 4 rings though.
Yeah, but
you can't compare Joel Embiid to LeBron. LeBron got 4 rings. That's a little bit different. Yeah, he got 6 finals also, but he actually won though.
And why are you talking? Man? You sure Philip might not get past the first round. You think they'll beat the Cleveland Cavaliers? They're going to have to play either the Milwaukee Bucks, the goddamn Boston Celtics, or the Cleveland Cavaliers. They could
So
be
you think
one.
you think the Cleveland Cavaliers waiting to play the 76ers? Like, oh, I can't wait to play Embiid and
They'll
Harden.
beat their
I
ass.
can't wait
They'll
to
beat
guard that pick and
their
roll.
ass. They'll
You
beat
think
their ass.
you think
Who's
Jared
gonna
Allen's got?
guard?
They'll
Who's gonna
kill
guard
them.
Evan Mobley? Who's gonna guard
You think
Evan Mobley?
you think Jared Allen
Who's
like
gonna
solid
guard
made to play
Garland?
Embiid?
Who gonna guard the backcourt? What backcourt y'all got to go stop that
But wait, Herm. He keep on hollering about Joel Embiid. Dude, Joel Embiid is one player. What the rest of the people gonna do? One player can't beat a team.
We know what
You
James.
do
We
that,
know
right?
what James Harden gonna do. We
You
know
do know
James
that,
Harden
right?
is what he is. I don't have no
The
expectation for
76ers
James
hold on.
Harden.
The
He
76ers
is
have
what
one.
he is. At
Hold
least
on,
he
the
made it to the conference finals, though. At least he
Dog,
did that.
The 76ers have one of the most balanced rosters in the NBA. They have a point guard. They have an elite point guard in James Harden. They have an elite center. They have
James
wings
Harden is
that.
still elite.
What are you talking about?
What?
What is what? James Harden. How many assists he average?
This dude head is in the clouds, man.
You
How
had
many?
games.
How
You
many
had games
steps?
with like 16 assists this year.
How many steps James Harden average? How many walk?
Yeah, man, that's all y'all could do is y'all could talk about the negative things. You could do that. You could do that for any team. Just bring up all the negative. Y'all not gonna bring up the positive things. Y'all just gonna say the negative.
So
It's all
you
good,
know,
though.
I'm gonna ask
It's
you
like-
a question, bro. This is honest. This is an honest question. You
This is
really
just like
believe? No,
just
you
like
really
I said-
believe in James Harden in the playoffs?
Just like I told y'all that
He
Embiid
gonna
was
have
better.
16 assists in the playoffs?
Just like I told y'all that Embiid was better than Giannis. Y'all laughed at me.
He
And
ain't.
then what
Embiid
happened?
is
What
not
happened?
better than
He
Giannis.
He played.
ain't.
He kicked Giannis'
Embiid
ass
is.
so
better
bad.
than
I'm here to
Giannis.
tell you, Embiid is not better than Giannis.
Wow.
He
Embiid
kicked
is
Giannis.
not better than
Hold on.
Giannis, man.
He kicked
Stop it.
Giannis' ass. He kicked Giannis' ass so bad that Giannis was stand after the game and shoot free throws,
Hey, you
getting
wanna know
frustrated,
something?
knocking
You
over
want-
ladders.
You
He
wanna
kicked
know
his ass on
something?
national
You wanna
TV.
know something? You wanna know something?
Giannis
Joel
can't guard
Embiid
Embiid.
and Joel Embiid and Karl Anthony Towns on the same level. You know why? Neither
Yeah,
one
okay.
of them motherfuckers been past the second round. Man, I don't give a damn
That
about
don't
Joel
that
Embiid right now.
big,
I don't
the
give a
second.
damn
That's a
about
team.
him.
That
I
don't
don't give a
define
damn
me as
about
a
him.
player.
Fuck him.
Man,
Fuck
Joel
him.
Embiid is not better than Giannis. What kind of nonsense is this
Fuck
dude
him.
on?
So what do Giannis do better than Embiid?
Winning.
Dude,
That's
He
not to mention
dominates.
Giannis got.
He play in the paint better than Embiid. Embiid shoot too many damn
Oh,
threes.
okay. He
He shoot
playing
too
the
many
paint better
damn
than Embiid.
threes.
This man Giannis don't have no post game. He playing the paint better than Embiid.
I mean, Embiid
Come on,
don't
man.
either because he
Come
shoot
on,
too many
man.
damn threes. He don't either.
Okay,
He don't.
stop it then.
Wait a minute.
Stop it.
Giannis has Defensive Player of the Year, MVP championship. What does him be that?
Man,
What are we
don't give
basing
me
this off of?
And Finals MVP.
don't give me no media awards. Don't give me no media awards or no team accomplishment.
That's why
I'm talking about
Embiid
game.
wants that
I'm talking
award.
about.
That's why
I'm
Embiid
talking
wants.
about.
That's why Embiid wants the award, right?
I'm talking about game for. I'm talking about game for game, player for player. Who's better? Who's the better basketball player?
I mean,
If y'all say
I would say
Giannis,
this.
if y'all say Giannis,
Listen,
y'all
I
lying.
would say, listen to what I'm saying. I would say this. Embiid is more talented than Giannis, but Giannis' production is better.
They got the same
Impact.
production.
Or impact, if you want to put it that way. His impact is better.
His
than
impact
his.
is better than Embiid.
How is the impact better than Embiid? They have the
Easy.
same production.
No, they don't.
They both dominate on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I'm gonna give you an honest opinion. You think Embiid play with Milwaukee? You think he'll have a championship like Giannis?
He probably would because he get injured too much. That's the only knock against Embiid is his injuries up until this point. Giannis has been a lot more durable than Embiid. That's the only knock.
Giannis on one leg beat Atlanta. So what happened to the Sixers with Atlanta?
Bro, that's wrong. Giannis missed the last 2 games, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say Giannis didn't play that series.
He missed the last 2
Actually,
games.
Yeah, Chris Middleton. That's even worse though. Chris Middleton was able to put that ass out. How come Embiid couldn't put that ass out? How come Embiid couldn't do it? And Chris Middleton the one put that ass out by himself.
Yeah.
It just goes to show how dysfunctional the Sixers was, but Embiid was still carrying them despite. Carrying them despite.
The Sixers. Okay.
They was the #1 seed despite how dysfunctional they were.
You wanna know something? This why Embiid ain't never gonna flourish because niggas like you bail him out. End of the day, the best player get all the praise. Now the best player get all the praise and the best player get all the blame. So end of the day, it's his fucking fault that they didn't beat the Hawks. It's his fucking fault, and he gotta live with that shit.
It is his fault. I criticize Embiid where he should be criticized, but I'm gonna praise him where he should be praised at. Unlike you ain't got nothing positive to say.
But
According to you, Embiid is a scrub.
Why am I praise the
He's a
loser?
scrub.
I'm gonna praise loser.
well, I'm gonna say this. I understand what God's saying. I understand
That's
what
why
God's
you got.
saying. I
That's
understand
why
what
you
you're
got.
saying, my guy. But at
That's
the
why you
same
got.
time, dude, you're delusional if you think that the
Hold on.
76ers going to come out the East. That's not
How is
happening.
it delusional? Who's gonna beat
That's
them?
not happening. That's not happening.
He talking about. He only named 2 teams. He said that. He said the Cavaliers and the. I mean, he said the.
I
Realistically,
named you
Said
3
Said
teams.
three
I
teams.
gave you
Hold on.
3 teams.
Said the Bucks, the Celtics, and the Cavaliers.
Hold on. Did the Cavaliers even make the playoffs last year? That's what you
They a
putting your money
top
on?
3. They
Yeah,
gonna
they
be a
did.
top 3
No, they
team
did.
in
They
the
did.
East
They
this
did.
year.
They did. They did.
You putting your money on the
The Nets
Cavaliers?
beat them in the play-in. The Nets
I
beat them
put
in the
my money.
play-in.
Hey, I put my money on the Cavs to beat Philly ass. I tell
All right,
you that. I
listen.
put my money on that.
They didn't even
Yeah.
make the playoffs last year. They have
Yes,
no
they
playoff.
did. They was
The
an
Nets
They
beat
have
them in
no.
the
AC.
play-in.
They was an
They,
AC.
they have no
Yeah,
championship
they was.
experience.
They went up against. Remember, they went up against the Nets in the play-in, and the Nets beat them, and that eliminated them
Yeah.
from the play-in tournament.
And he putting his money on the Cavs. All right, go ahead. Y'all put your money on the Cavs.
So
All
But
right,
also though,
who over
the
there?
Nets,
why couldn't they beat Atlanta?
What? No. But
huh?
what backcourt? What
Why couldn't
backcourt Philly
Cleveland beat
has?
Atlanta in the play-in?
What
What
happened again?
backcourt y'all have in Philly that can stop Garland and Spider? Who gonna stop
No,
Garland and
how they
Spider?
going to
That
stop?
backcourt.
How is Garland and Spider going to stop Maxey and Harden?
Shit, Max ain't that great. I'm gonna go that
Harden,
far.
Oh
He
my
ain't
Harden
that
to
God,
great.
stop
man.
himself.
He's cool.
Harden to stop
He's a
himself.
solid player, but he ain't better than no damn Garland and Spider.
Yo,
Harden
but
to
you
stop
James
got
himself
Harden
Harden
about
ain't
the
bigger
better
than
than
play-in.
Spider either.
One thing about James Harden is if he get no calls, he's not effective.
and it's the one thing that y'all not even realizing
He's
about the
not
Cavs.
effective.
Garland and Spider got to figure out how to coexist. They both do the same thing. Maxey and Harden do 2 different things.
I
Max,
disagree. I disagree
Maxey,
with that one. I think Garland and Mitchell go together very well. I think
yeah,
Mitchell is more the aggressor and Garland's more the cool dude.
Don't
How
you
many
know
points
how
Tucker
Spider
gonna score? How many
Spider
no,
points
have this
Tucker
most
gonna?
efficient season ever this
yeah.
season?
Personality wise, they might be cool, but they just no. It's just your turn, my turn with them. They're not playing off of each other.
But
How
And
many
then
points
Embiid,
Tucker is
got a
gonna
good
score?
team.
Like
then look, now but look, this what your boy Embiid got to go through. Mobley and Jared Allen. You don't think those 2 gonna cause Embiid problems?
Yeah, they
um,
will.
Embiid had some of his biggest games last year versus Jared Allen. Literally. Dunking on the
They
dude,
will.
doing all type of crazy stuff, disrespecting the dude,
And then
throwing the ball off his afro, all type of stuff.
my guy, if they beat them, then I have to go through Giannis, Brook Lopez, and Bobby Porter. Then if they beat
Hold on,
them,
this the thing
still
though.
got
This the thing though.
what's
You
the
don't
name
know.
on sitting
You
there?
don't know if hold on. You don't know if the Sixers gonna have to play each one of those. One of those teams might have to play each other. What are you talking about?
One of them motherfuckers
You
y'all
better
got to
hope
play
that.
in the
You
first
better hope
round.
that.
Y'all gonna play one of them motherfuckers first round.
You
You don't
better
have to
hope
go
that.
against every good team in the East. You have to. It's just certain
You
good
better
teams you
hope
have to
that.
go against.
That's what you better hope for.
Cause
It's not
y'all gonna
hope.
beat
The Sixers want to smoke with any team. It don't matter. Go ahead,
The
put Al
Sixers don't
Horford
want
up
no
against
smoke.
Embiid.
The
Put
Sixers don't want
38-year-old
that
Al
smoke.
Horford against Embiid. Go ahead. Do what you want to.
Man, the Sixers, but they ain't just got Al Horford. They also,
We already
Robert
see.
Williams might be back by then.
We already seen your boy Giannis scared to guard Embiid, having Brook Lopez guard him. He was scared to guard him.
Well, we'll see. When the
We
playoffs
already.
start, we'll see all that trash you talking. What's your name? Because I'm going to look for you. What's your name?
I'll be here.
Embiid Jr.
I'll be here.
I'm going to look for you. I'm going to look for you. Don't be trying to hide either. Don't be hiding.
Ain't no hiding.
This guy said
Don't
Embiid
be
is the
hiding.
best player in the NBA.
Yeah, because I don't see nobody better than him.
I mean,
Okay.
this is what I'll say about so you guys made some good points. This is what I'll say about the Sixers. I think me and Bubba have this bet. The Cavs are gonna be better than the Sixers. This is the thing. Embiid, he can be the best player. It's just how bad does he want it? He has all the tools to be the best player in the league. It's just his if he's serious enough to get there, and can he stay healthy? That's my question. And I'm looking at the Sixers. They got toughness on that team. This ain't the same team as last season, but it's going to depend on James Harden and how Embiid leads that team and how Doc Rivers coaches them. That's my honest take about the Sixers.
Hold on. And I want to point out one thing. You see how the people who actually play ball, how they talk about Embiid versus how no offense, the non-hoopers talk about him. So BJ actually played ball, so he kind of see.
Did
He
you
can
play
tell you.
ball, man?
No, I don't play ball. But the thing
Okay,
about it is,
so
my opinion is gonna 9 times out of 10 align with the people who play ball because I respect their opinion.
yeah, because you like Embiid, so of course.
No, I respect his opinion. What he said about Embiid, I agree. It's up to Embiid if he how bad he want it.
Yeah, but Bruce, don't you? But do you kind of see though, like, if you want to be like, be honest, do you like see a person in Embiid has all the tools? Like, if we just being honest.
Embiid has all the tool, but he doesn't have the mental.
Hold on.
Okay.
So if Embiid have all the tools, how come when I say Embiid is the best player in the league, everybody be
He can
saying
have
like
all the
I'm
tools,
crazy?
but he's not the best player.
But when I say that, people act like I'm crazy. Like, where are you getting that from? Like, Embiid,
You
the best
crazy.
player.
He's not the best player.
You say he has all the tools. If you have all the tools, that's a start.
Man, Vince Carter had all the tools. Was he the best player?
I don't think Vince Carter had all the tools.
What? Okay. Never mind.
Where was Vince Carter defensively? I didn't see Vince Carter no great perimeter defender.
Okay.
Like I kind of said, I think Embiid, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens to him. We have to see how bad he wants it. Giannis, he should be better than Giannis. He should be better than Giannis, but just because Giannis' will is what puts him over Embiid for now. But I mean, he had a chance to take it, but I gotta see it.
And I would agree with that.
But any last things you gotta say about him, man, before I close the live?
Embiid is not the best player.
Yeah, I think I'm done cooking for the night, man. I already didn't cook the whole panel. Everybody's scared now.
Cooking. You
Everybody
were burning.
quiet.
You were burning, man. He's not cooking. That was burning.
Put the whole panel on the grill.
Yeah.
Hey
Okay. You
man,
need to change drills.
man, I love this type of talk, man. Definitely appreciate it. Anybody else got some other things they gotta say?
Man, I guess not.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. Love, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. We'll be back on tomorrow, man. Another talk. We'll be back in the morning.
All right, salute.
Salute, man. All right, man. So that concludes the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Definitely appreciate y'all coming through, man. Shout out to everybody that came through the show. Definitely appreciate y'all. Be back on tomorrow. Me and Rick, we definitely want to see y'all back on the show. Until next time, respectfully say pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull out. Peace. Out of your life, swim well.